All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. Stirita, little darling, stirita, stirita, little darling, stirita. Hi, how's it, folks? Very good afternoon, or good day, or good morning, wherever you are now. Right, I'm Craig. This is Theresa.
Hi, everyone.
And we are Roux. We're a musical outfit. We operate as a duo with the two of us. Similar to what you saw now, 2 guitars. We add solos and things like that as well, and then we harmonize with our vocals. We also have a 5-piece band called Kings and Queens. Maybe you say, but you know about the Kings and Queens.
Yeah, Kings and Queens is really just something we've just started up a few months ago, and we just saw there was a need in the market for, in certain events, they're needing a bigger band. So we decided to branch out and get a few extra band members for those bigger events. But trust me, Craig and I are really very capable of making more than enough noise. Just wanted to
I think we got the walking and talking right. It's the sitting down and keeping quiet. But anyway, let's explain a little bit more about us and the kind of venues that we perform at. We currently work for First Resorts. So we do a lot of pool parties and around the swimming pool. Our show is very children friendly. Apart from doing resorts, we also do golf clubs and a lot of private events as well. We do try and stay away from the bars and clubs market as much as possible. That's not to say that we never do them. We do them occasionally. But as you can see with Theresa, I think taking her into a bar where people are swigging tequila and carrying on at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. In my position, you probably wouldn't do it either.
We also do corporate events as well.
Yeah. What we like to remember is that with the environments that we work in, namely Protea hotels, First Resort hotels, we've done a few things at the Wild Coast Sun, and we represent a little bit more of an upmarket clientele that we work for, is that in the hospitality industry, it's very important, we find, that we don't only come in as the musicians, that we're actually part of the team.
Yes.
We take the hospitality very seriously. We've attended quite a few conferences, concierge conferences and upgrade conferences from different hotels. And we feel that probably one of the most important things, and this is something that we all strive for, is our clients need something to take away with them.
Yes, some kind of an experience.
They need an experience and a memory.
Come back for.
And we find that that's our job to enhance the customer experience and the guest experience. Right, we had quite a few questions fired at us, which we'd like to answer. And I think one of them was, what kind of music do you play? Well, apart from Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, the wheels on the bus go round and round, what else did we have? Our music it's huge. We have a repertoire, I'd say, of 350, 400 odd songs, I think.
Something like that.
Ranging all the way from the 50s up until modern day. And we do like to choose
all the top hits throughout the ages.
That's exactly
basically
the words I was looking for.
Yeah.
We don't say this to many people, so please don't pass it on too much, but we do play Justin Bieber. But if you'd prefer Frank Sinatra, then we can do that too. The way in which we perform: no computers, no backing tracks, and we much prefer the integrity of a live, proper live performance. We find it a bit sad sometimes to see people pretending to play along with, say, for instance, Hotel California with some awful MIDI file in the back. We don't do that at all. Right, there were more questions. That's the kind of music, anything from Roy Orbison, Queen, REM, Guns N' Roses to Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, Wonderful World, And as I mentioned
And-
before, Justin Bieber.
We do Katy Perry, Passenger, George Ezra, also the more modern songs as well. So
Yeah.
we've got a nice wide range to cater for all age groups, all kinds of people.
You'll find a lot of the time with us is that we don't use a repertoire list. Mainly because we like to ascertain who's in front of us and what kind of music is going to be best suited for the occasion. There are occasions where we talk a lot on the microphones and entertain. And there are other occasions where you're expected to be background music. So
for like a sit-down dinner.
Yes, so we'll flow from one song into the next. And so because generally when people are eating, and we found especially in the corporate world, nobody's going to stop their conversation so that they can give the band a round of applause. So we're quite sensitive to that.
We like to read the crowd, and be sensitive to what they're needing. It does depend a lot on what the event is. If it's a sit-down Valentine's dinner, then obviously the couples are going to be sitting and talking and there's not going to be as much interaction. But sometimes we have people sitting in front of us and they want to actually be entertained. And I think that's a big thing that's very important to mention, is that we're not just musicians or artists, but we actually are truly entertainers. Yeah. Craig's got a real sense of humor. He really does. He has people laughing all the time.
Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say next on the microphone.
And he's a very good MC, by the way. Very, very good at MCing events as well.
Oh, she's so sweet. Look at that.
No, but he really is.
When we work now, especially for first resorts and for the afternoon entertainment, we find that we are very children friendly. And for that reason, we get filmed a lot, where we have the children come up. I wasn't actually joking when I was saying Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Yeah. Because we get the children to come up and sing those kind of things.
No, give them an experience that they don't often get an opportunity to have,
Going back to what we were saying earlier about the hospitality industry, it's our job to give people memories, something that they can take away. And we really feel, and we're very stringent about it, that if you book us, we represent you. So we're very, very alert of that. And, we represent the companies that hire us, that we work for. So we're very mindful of making sure that we're well-spoken, well-dressed, absolutely no profanity at any time.
And friendly as well.
Yes.
We like to go and greet the guests in between during the breaks and ask them, are they enjoying themselves? Are there any songs they'd like to hear? Just to make them feel welcome and comfortable, just to make an extra added special experience for them.
Yes, I think to reiterate, we like to be part of the team.
Yes.
And a lot of musicians we find indulge quite heavily in alcohol, and that's something that we are careful about. Because, as I said earlier, we get filmed quite a lot with people with children, and the last thing you want, especially representing your resort, is me sitting there we sitting there swigging away tequilas while we've got 9-year-old children running around singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and the wheels on the bus go round and round and all of those things. So we're very, very mindful of that. Right, to keep this short, because we don't want to take up your whole day, the equipment that we use, that's very important. In Europe, I worked for a company called Orange Mobile as entertainment crew. So we had to buy what we call the AER. You might like to go and Google those. It's very small, very light, very compact, and the reason we bought them is because we used to fly a lot. And trying to hire a PA system in Russia or Barcelona or Greece or Turkey, from experience, is not very clever. You'd rather take your own sound. So they're very small, compact, and very clear, crystal clear sound, a very good quality sound that you get off them. And it does mean that we don't come in with huge speaker stands and mixing discs, and so we're very compact. I think is probably the word
It's
that we are
got
looking
such
for.
a lovely sound, and it's quite a powerful piece of equipment. I don't think we ever really need to go much higher than what volume 3
Volume 3 or 4.
volume 3 on there,
Yeah.
and it goes up to, I think it's 10. Unless, I mean, if we had to have a big event, we would have to put that high.
Yeah, and we have a power speaker that
but
goes
around
with
the
that
swimming
too.
pool, we never go much more than 3. So it's really a good piece of equipment.
I think this does bring us to quite an important point, is that we find that a lot of people play too loud. And this can either be the make or the break of your event. In a corporate event, people are discussing business, so they really don't want to have to shout or be heard. And people in restaurants, for argument's sake, we play at the Salt Rock Hotel. If you play too loud, that's a very, very quick, surefire way of picking up complaints. So we're very attentive to the needs of people, especially when they're involved in conversations, that we don't overbear. And if we can see people leaning over and yelling, "Pass the salt," at each other, that's not really a social way of making friends and influencing people, is it? So we're quite attentive to that as well. Right, I think we had 1 or 2 more points. We don't want to make this too long. We'd just like to let you know who we are. Please do go and visit our website. You can find that under ReverbNation/Craig Co. You can email us at bigbreakevents000@gmail.com. What else do we have to say, my darling?
Other than the fact that we can play live music, we can also offer a DJ service and a karaoke service. We do have lighting and smoke machines, so
especially
for just about any event, really.
Yeah, especially for weddings, we find that this is quite a large part of our market. You know, we can replace the organist in the church that will be able to sing for you there. We can handle the arrival of your guests, as well as then handling the after party too.
Yes.
We can provide the live music, but we can also provide the DJ servicing as well. So we offer a wide variety of packages.
Yes.
When it comes to especially with weddings. We do occasionally do funerals too, and what we try to do there is we make it pretty. The whole organ, when you're walking into that heavy, it's macabre, we find, and that we find singing beautiful music actually can lighten essentially what is a very sad occasion. So apart from weddings and funerals, we do specialize in restaurant entertainment, and as I say, we do try to stay out of the bars and the clubs and the pubs, although we're not past having a party in those places as well, which is great. Okay, well, I think let's not take any more of your time. Please do visit our website and come and say how's it. And thank you very much. I'm Theresa. That's Craig. Cheers, guys. Thanks. Ciao.